Your Excellency, welcome to Atlanta.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Today is Europe Day here. We're celebrating ties between the United States and Europe. How close are Europe and the United States in terms of security policy?
I would say that the security of North America and the security of Europe are interlinked, are intertwined. Our security is indivisible. And this is actually the essence of NATO, our defense alliance. A defense alliance that was established more than 60 years ago. And during that period of time, NATO has been the guarantor of peace and security in North America and in Europe.
What do you consider NATO's top challenges today?
Well, we have our operation in Afghanistan, which of course is the most important operation we do have. But we have other operations as well. We have the ongoing operation in Libya. It's also a challenging task. We are securing peace and stability in the Balkans, in Kosovo, and we are also engaged in counter-piracy. So it's a very comprehensive agenda.
You know, the current administration has been criticized for leading from behind. Do you think that's a fair accusation?
No, I don't think it's a fair accusation. I appreciate very much the US leadership. For obvious reasons, the United States is a major player within our alliance. You have the military capabilities, you have the economic strength, but it's important to understand that the alliance is based on solidarity. We are in this together. And take Afghanistan as an example. In addition to American troops, 40,000 troops from Canada, Europe and partner countries across the globe fight alongside the American troops. So it's really a broad international effort. In Libya, the major assets are provided by the European allies and partners from the region.
How important is the future of Libya to the Arab Spring generally?
It is strongly interlinked in my opinion. If Gaddafi were to succeed, it would serve as a very negative example that crackdown on people's peaceful demonstrations pay. We have been mandated by the UN Security Council to protect civilians in Libya, and this is our operation. We will conduct that operation in strict conformity with the UN Security Council resolution and continue as long as it takes to protect the civilian population.
How do you foresee the future of that part of the world?
I'm very optimistic about the development in North Africa and the Middle East. The Arab Spring has been a strong call for freedom and democracy. Not least the young generation has been a driving force in this call for freedom and democracy and better life opportunities. It's not an upheaval based on a poisonous ideology or extremist religious views. It's really a call for exactly that kind of freedom that we enjoy in our part of the world. What we have seen in North Africa and the Middle East is a clear demonstration that freedom is the strongest force in the world. The desire for freedom resides in all human beings. It's, in my opinion, also a universal right, a universal human right to enjoy freedom and democracy.
Do you think freedom is an important element in economic development?
Indeed, I would say freedom is a prerequisite for a positive economic development. Market economy, freedom to choose are important elements in creating jobs, in providing a better livelihood for people.
In the future, will the security upon which freedom and the free market depend, will it be NATO's responsibility?
Well, the core task of NATO is to protect the populations in NATO member states. But we also have to realize that the defense of our borders and the defense of our societies may start beyond our borders. This is the reason why we are in Afghanistan, to prevent the country from once again becoming a safe haven for terrorism. This is the reason why we will build up cyber defense in the coming years to protect our societies from devastating cyber attacks. This is the reason why we will build a NATO-based missile defense system to protect our populations against missile attacks. And all this boils down to economy as well, because a prerequisite for economic growth is a secure environment. And I think people should understand that without peace and security, there will be no positive economic development.
I understand that on this tour you're meeting with local groups, local media. What's your interest there in terms of making a tour of this sort?
Well, the purpose of my trip to the United States is to convey the message that NATO is an alliance based on solidarity. I'm here to pay tribute to the US servicemen and women who serve in NATO-led operations, who sacrifice, and thanks to their contribution, we enjoy freedom, peace, and prosperity. But I'm also here to convey the message that the United States is not alone. Other allies and partners contribute as well. In Afghanistan, 40,000 troops from other countries fight alongside US troops. In Libya, the Europeans and partners in the region provide a major part of the assets. So my mission here is twofold: to acknowledge the significant American contribution, but also to tell the American public that NATO is also solidarity, and other allies and partners help the United States. And finally, I attach strong importance to visiting local communities and go beyond Washington, so to speak. Very often we go to Washington, we speak with political leaders, military leaders, but I think it's important to go beyond that and to meet people, talk with people all over the United States. And this is also a reason why I'm going to visit Dobbins Air Base to talk with the guardsmen and women who have served in NATO-led missions.